Flosstube, my name's Debbie. I'm MamaBearStitchery here on Flosstube and on Instagram, and this is a channel all about cross stitch. And today I'm going to tell you all about the projects that I worked on in January, because last time I saw you was my whip parade in December. So this month I've worked on a lot of projects. I have a big pile in front of me. The first two I'm going to show you. This year I'm doing WIPGO. It's a group by Jessie Marie here on Flosstube. She has a Facebook group that you can join at any point, and it's essentially like bingo, that you fill in the board with your projects however you like, and every month she will pick two numbers. And actually January there was 3 numbers because one of the spaces was, or one of the numbers called was for the free space. And you fill your board in how you like, you set your own goals, and you set your own reward, and that's up to you. So I actually finished both projects that were called this month, because my goal for my entire WIPGO board is to finish the project. They're big goals. Some of them I don't know if I'm going to make it in the year. I'm not saying that I have to finish them within the month, but definitely I'm going to try and finish the ones on there within the year. So my first 2 finishes were from that, and the first is Viva La Frida by Barbara Anna, and I'll insert where I was before here. And I finished it this month. This was my first finish for the year, and this is all stitched in the called for DMC, and you can get this as a PDF from Creative Poppy. You can get a hard copy as well from places like 123 Stitch, but if you want it as a PDF, check out Creative Poppy. And yet this is all stitched in DMC, and it is on a piece of unknown 40 count lakeside linen. It's almost like a greyish blue. That's pretty true colour. I got it as my first piece of lakeside linen to try from 123 Stitch, and I really like it, and I will definitely order more lakeside linen. But I love this one, I love the colours, and I'm going to make it into a little pillow, I think. I need to check out Vonna's tutorials on how to finish all the things. My second project from WIPGO, I actually only finished last night, and that's why I'm so late making my video this month, because I wanted to finish it. And it is Into the Jungle by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and I will put where I was before. And so this one took a lot of work to get finished, but here it is. And this is on a piece of 28 count even weave. The colours Maya. It's from Under the Sea Fabrics. I don't know if this is a colour that she doesn't do anymore, but it's kind of greens and pinks and blues, and it was perfect for this. And the only changes I made to this was the boxes. You can see the boxes around the animals are variegated DMC. I swapped that from the call for colour, and the rainbow pastel for the top and the bottom border is Mo's Sail Floss, just to try and use up some of the threads in my stash. But I got a lot of the animals done this month. This was in my project pile for a long time, so I'm glad this one is finished, and I'm going to make this into a pillow. Lena wants it as a throw pillow for her bed. She's big into animals right now. They're writing a lot of factual essays for 2nd grade, so she wants that one. I'm just so glad that one's done, and get 2 projects scored off the board. And in the third number it was called was the free space number. So I actually decided to work on a project that's also on the WIPGO board but isn't called yet, and I actually finished that too. And this is My Favorite Apron by Barbara Anna, another Barbara Anna, and here was where I was before. And again, this was an old project. This one I made my car project where I'm sitting in the car waiting on the kids at karate. I just stitched away on this one and I finished it. And I didn't use the call for colours. I just used a bunch of over dyes that were in my stash, and I put 2021 on, filled it all in. And this is on 32 count Lugana in the colour Looking Glass, again from Under the Sea Fabrics. This is one of my favourite neutrals from Under the Sea. And that's it. And because of that, that's also my WIPGO board, so I've actually just put lines through it. so that when it is called, I know I've already finished it and I can just colour it in. And because 3 finishes, my whip board up here, I got to take 3 cards off this month. So it's a good start. I actually thought I didn't stitch that much. I thought I didn't stitch that much this month until I made my pile in front of me and realised I actually got quite a lot done. January felt really slow. Okay, the next project I worked on, but it's not finished. In fact, everything else I worked on is not finished, but I will show you, is Hyperborea. It is an owl forest embroidery kit, and I got all 3 parts in the one kit. I think you can order each part individually, but I got the box with all 3 parts in it. And here's where I was before. And this month I finished up that entire centre block. I use this for a lot of the challenges in Magical Stitches, and just filled in all that. And I'm going to start this side. I'm going to do the block on this side that has the links on it, so, and save the polar bear block for last. And I'm using the call for linen and the call for threads that came in the kit, and you can see it's a big long skinny piece of fabric, but it just fits in an 11-inch Q-snap. I use some felt on the top and the bottom to hold it in place, otherwise it just sometimes slips out. I worked on that one. The next one I actually worked on for some of the challenges in Full Coverage Fanatics, and that is Winter Cabin. It is a kit again from Dimensions Gold, and here's where I was before. Like this so you don't see through it. And so this month I worked on filling in the cabin, like here, and filling in all around the tree and doing some of the back stitch and down through the snow. This has so much snow, so I'm trying to break it up by working on a little bit in the cabin, a little bit in the deer, and then filling in some of the snow down to the water. But I hope to finish this one this year, so I'm probably going to use it for quite a lot of the challenges and across the groups. And yeah, again, call for fabric, call for threads that came with the kit. Another one I used, are these all full coverage? No. Another one I used for challenges in bingo and Full Coverage Fanatics this month was Pocahontas. It's a Storykeep charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and the art is by Melanie Delon. And here's where I was. And I just worked on the next page. Lots of pages. And this one is on 25 count easy guide, and I'm stitching this one 2/1 10 stitch. And that's her. It's almost like the light is shining through her dress. And this one I have a love-hate with, but because the colours of the DMC were affected by the 08-09 drama, but it's not too bad. Now that when you see it from a distance, it's not too bad. But this one's on my WIPGO board too as a finish this year. So I think I have 2 full pages underneath and then 2 little partials. So if I just keep plugging away at her, maybe by the time she's called, she could actually be finished the month that she's actually called. My next project is Hippo Reflection. It is an artistry chart. I really like their animal charts, and I also call him Ned the Head. And here is where I was before. And this month I didn't achieve as much as I would like on him, but he is stitched on 25 count ease guide and 1/1 full cross. And I think on 25 count I'm much preferring the 1/1 full cross. I kind of actually prefer the 1/1 full cross on 25 as opposed to when I use 28 count I do 10 stitch. But I'm kind of liking the full cross on the 25 better. That seems to be where I found my groove. But this month I finished up the page with his ear in it, and I'm just going to go across here, and I think I just skimmed the top of his eye in this page. I'm going to try and finish this page up this month, and then I'm going to come down and do this one underneath here. But hopefully I will see a lot more of him, because he is my 21 and 21 focus piece for Full Coverage Fanatics. So that's why he's staying on the Q-snap, because I'm going to actually maybe work on him tonight. My next project that I'm going to work on tonight, because I have to finish up my Magical Stitches homework. We were assigned our teams today I'm demigods, and so that's kind of exciting. I'm excited to read Percy Jackson now, and now we have a team, and it's been fun. It makes me get a lot of stitches in because of the fitting certain prompts or pushing past the barrier where you think, oh, I just want to put this project away, but you push past that to achieve your stitches. It works for me. But one of the projects I'm going to use for that, or I have to finish up tonight, is actually Ladybird Fairy by Joan Elliott. And here's where I was. And so that's why this one is on the Q-snap still. And I think I've got about 800 more stitches to put into her tonight. And she is stitched on a piece of 32 count Opal Lugana in the colour Gaia by Stitch Me. It's super pale blue with a little bit of lilac in here. And this is for our Lena, because we call her Ladybug for short, or is her nickname. So she's always excited when she sees this one come out, because she knows it's for her. So we'll be working on that tonight. Going into February, my plans are pick things to match, obviously, the prompts in different groups, work on some full coverage, but we got our next numbers for WIPGO drawn, and the two projects that were drawn from my board is it Dream? Wait, I've got it here. I call it Dream. It's called Autumn Dream. It's part of the Songbird Garden series. This is number 11 by Cottage Garden Samplings. And this is where I am. And this is on 36 count Tiramisu by Under the Sea Fabrics. And so my goal for February is to finish this. So I'll be stitching on that one a lot. And that one I'm just doing with the DMC. I don't have any of the specialty threads for that one. But I'm sure it looked good. It looks good in the DMC. My second project called was Trick or Treat, and it's by Lena, Lawson, Needlearts. And that's the artwork of Pascal Moguero. I don't know, I'll enter the picture here. And this is where I am for starting out February. I just have its head done. And this is on, I think it's a 28 count even weave in the colour Hocus Pocus by Hand Dye Fabrics by Stephanie. So hopefully that one will be finished too, and two more things can come off the board. Anything else about that will probably be decided by Magical Stitches to pick their prompt, but they're my two main projects that I'll be working on this month. Okay, so since I saw you last in December, my birthday was December the 17th, and we had Christmas, and January's been January. We've only just got out of shelter in place this week. School's still distance learning for the kids, and they're probably going to end the term in distance learning. So I shopped my feelings a little bit. I actually bought my own birthday and Christmas presents like I normally do, because Piotr has no idea what cross stitch stuff I have or don't have, so I usually buy it, put it in a bag for him so he can give it to me from the kids. So one of the first things I actually bought for my birthday was a kit by Merejka. I think they're Russian, or they're definitely Eastern European, but this, I have one or two of their kits already, and I would take it out of the plastic, but it's already burst and it's holding all the threads in there. This is called The Old Melody, and it is a cat playing the bagpipes, and I love it. And this was the first kit that drew me to Merejka. I just never ever bought this kit. I ordered, I think I have mushrooms, I think I have a flower one, but I saw this one cheaper than it normally is on eBay, so I just grabbed it. I'm like, birthday, so I love that one, and maybe I should make that my 2021 birthday start. And it has string too, because this string isn't actually stitched. I'm trying to show you, so it's not. This string here that's holding the village up in the basket, that's kind of top stitched on top, or yeah, like it's stitched down the way, so that's what that's for. But I love that one. The other kit that I bought, I love Dimensions Gold, so I got Cabin Fever. This one got bashed up a little bit from Amazon. It was in the biggest box ever, so the corners got a little bit bashed. But that would be my dream house, cabin on a lake, somewhere nice and quiet, not near construction workers, that's the reason, if I haven't answered your comment yet on my last video, I'm going to get to it. The builders are building a house next door, they've been running a generator from 7 till 4, less than 10 feet from our window. It took the city 9 weeks to come out and ask them to move it, and they did for a day and then put it back. But it sounds like a family of lawnmowers in our house, and so many nail guns. So many nail guns. It's kind of like Cast a River Dance some days are out there, and then the generator, and it's literally 10 feet from where the computer is, and I don't want to sit there for any length of time. But I promise I will answer all your questions by the time this video goes up. Yeah, so that's actually another reason why I bought a bunch of things. I'm like, feel better. They'll be leaving soon, hopefully. The roofs just went on. Hopefully they'll be replaced with a crew that's not going to blast our house with music from 7 in the morning till they leave. But yeah, I bought a bunch of things because the builders drive me nuts. So I bought Sisters from 123 Stitch. It's a Blackbird designs book. It's my first actual booklet from Blackbird, but I've been watching a lot of Brenda and Laura. Samplers isn't a big thing that I stitch until recently, and they're like, buy all the Blackbird because it might go out of print. And so I was like, add to cart. So yeah, I love this one, especially I bought it for the crow sampler down the bottom. I love that. That's high on my list to stitch. And in fact, Selkie from Under the Sea Fabrics, I have a 40 count piece that one of my other samplers is on, would be absolutely perfect for that. So I might have to order some Selkie because I used my piece up. The other one that I bought was Feliz Navidad by Blackbird Designs, and I think I'm going to take out Feliz Navidad and replace it with Merry Christmas in Scottish Gaelic, because you have all the alphabet up here, so you could just put wherever you like in the bottom bit. And this is actually high on my list to stitch. I didn't realize I'm doing no new starts this year for 2021, the Facebook group, challenge group, and I didn't realize we can get one free start this year without dropping out of the challenge. That's actually one of the conditions of the challenge, is you can start one thing and you have to declare it on a certain post. And so right now this is actually winning as my potential start, but I'm going to wait and see what comes out at the needlework market in March before I decide. I'm going to try and wait till at least half the year because it's only January, and I just want to finish all the things just now and I don't really want to start anything. I like the idea of kitting things up, but I don't feel the need to start anything, which is good because I'm only a month in. The third one I got was Dear Daughter, the reprint, and I will probably stitch this twice. Once for Maya, once for Lena. And maybe swap the colours a little bit so they're both a little bit different. I love that they're on nice cardstock. Another thing that I bought because it went out of print, I asked Leslie at Under the Sea if she could get it, and she says they're not selling it anymore, it's out of print. So I got one on eBay, and I think the person's glued the picture down because it's upside down. But this is Santa's Magic by Merejka. I saw this one a lot being stitched over Christmas. It popped up a lot on Instagram, and I managed to grab one on eBay for super cheap. But I think I'm gonna have to leave it out. It smells a bit like cigarette smoke. So maybe put that in a bag with, I don't know, is it a dryer sheet you put in to get rid of the smell? So that's that one, but I love him. Next I have some fabric, which isn't as much as I usually have. I usually have a stack of fabric, but I actually had 2 pieces to show today. The first I got from a Friday night fight night on Be Stitch Me's Facebook page. And it is green and sparkly. It doesn't have a name, but it's a 28 count Opal Lugana. There. Be perfect for Halloween, for mermaid. I love that. I like the mottling on it. My second piece is my fabric of the month, the last one from Under the Sea Fabrics, and it is a 32 count linen in the colour Cerulean. Look at that. I love this. And this, like in the pink range, isn't something I would normally buy. I usually like blue or grey or green or brown. I don't pick a lot of pinks or yellows. But this, you just know this piece is going to be perfect for something. And I like that. That's what I like about fabric of the month. Sometimes you get colours that you wouldn't normally pick, and then they just turn out, suddenly they're like, oh, perfect for a chart. So that's Cerulean. by Under the Sea Fabrics. Okay, last up, this is actually not that bad. I have a pile of the most amazing project bags. Okay, this looks like my husband, like when the box arrived, it's like, how many did you order? And actually some of these, one was a gift, 2 I got from the Monday night sales, and no, 3 from Monday night sales, and 2 were custom orders. And these are from my amazing friend Julie at Whip It Up Project Bags, and you can find her on Instagram. And she has an Etsy shop too, where leftover bags go that don't sell on a Monday, but there's nothing left over. In fact, when they're posted on a Monday for sale, they're gone in seconds. Like, I have been too slow recently to get any. So I'll show you exactly why people are snapping them up. My first one I got was this amazing wintry one with the owls and beautiful snowflake back. And these are super sturdy and they fit an 11-inch Q-sack with room to spare. With my project on it, I put my chart in there, the threads, everything. And you don't have to like squish it past the zip, because I've had ones before where it says that they fit an 11-inch Q-snap and you're like shimmying them down past the zip. These slide right in. So this is my first one, and it is all quilted. So they're super sturdy and squishy. Owls. And these I just built up a little pile because they're coming from Canada. So I built up a little pile and got them all shipped at once. This again was another Monday night sale one. And I think it's about 6 o'clock Pacific time that they go up for sale. But if you check out the Instagram, it'll give you all the details. And it's kind of like a grunge sparkle. And this one I've been calling Princess Polar Bear, because she has a little wand and her little crown. Again, quilted, super squishy. Dragon, Oriental Dragon. I love the colours on this. I have a Heaven and Earth chart that's a lion that's all blacks, white, grey, red, that's going to be moving into this one because it deserves to live in a fancy project bag. And I love, this is one of my favourite fabrics that she uses. It's almost like a grunge, but I love that. This one was a gift. I think she actually made this for my daughter Maya, but I'm kind of keeping it just now. And you can see the pandas on the inside. A little panda there. And a little panda family. And these are like some of my favourite colours. Like blues and turquoises and greens together. The last 2 were custom orders and they're amazing. And as well, if you see one that sells on a Monday that you would like to, just send her a message and she can make it as a custom bag. The only difference is you might have to wait a little bit because it's obviously not ready to ship. But if there's one that you like that you miss out on, just ask her. I think I've done that once or twice already, so I'm waiting on more stuff. But this was a custom order. And look at the bears. And the inside's almost like a scratchy, like birch bark inside. And the back. I love this one. But my favourite has to be this last one. You can see why Piotr was a little bit shocked when the box came. It is 100% kissable because I don't think I've showed you. We have a red British Staffordshire Bull Terrier. His name's Dexter and he came with us all the way from Scotland to California. He's living his best life in the sun. He thinks he was made for the sunshine. In fact, we'll put a picture in here. So yeah, I custom ordered this bag and I love it. But yeah, he looks like this, or a bit darker, probably a bit like that. And that's it, with the polka dot inside. So go and check Julie's Instagram page out, Whip It Up Project Bags, because these are my favourite bags and pretty much the only ones that I'll order now. And I think I need to get whipped down and they all need to live in fancy Whip It Up Project bags. And that's all I have. That's all I have for you this month. I hope you stay safe, you stay well. If you're in Demigods, send me a message because we're teammates. Let me know who you are and I will see you in February. and I'll hopefully have some more finishes to show you. But until then, I hope you have a good month. Bye!